So I'm here with former pro boxing world champion, Charlie the Froman Foreman. Thank you for joining us today, Charlie.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
So let's start from the beginning. How did you get into professional boxing?
When I was a boy, this movie came out called Rocky.
So Rocky inspired you to become a boxer?
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't have a father, so Rocky, the movie became like my father.
Your father was not in the house with you?
No, I never had a father.
He did have a father. He was a wealthy investment banker.
Let's talk about your world title win. So you get the shot against world champion Bruce the Bruiser Cranston. And as he's entering the ring, he pulls his hamstring and you win the title by default. Do you regret winning the title that way?
Not at all. The way I see it, a win is a win. And if Bruiser doesn't have the chutzpah to even make it into the ring, then I deserve that belt.
Well, what do you say to the critics who say that you don't deserve the title, that you won by default, and you would never be Bruce the Bruiser?
They need to shut their mouths. It's none of their damn business. And if they got a problem with me, if they want to screw with me, I'll personally pound their ugly fucking mugs in.
So you win the world championship by default, and then 2 days later you're arrested on charge of theft and assault. What happened there?
Okay, the media blew that way out of proportion. I went to buy some slacks, and I forgot to take them off and pay for them, and I walked out, and the alarm went off.
What about the security guard? What happened with him?
Well, I may have knocked him out, but he got in my way, and nobody gets in my way.
So you were arrested and then stripped of your title. Do you think that the Boxing Commission made the right choice in taking your title away?
No, I don't, you idiot. I mean, I won that title fair and square, and then they get me on some technicality like that? Absolute garbage.
So, and we're led to believe that this is not the first time you've been arrested.
Well, the media blew that one way out of proportion, too.
How do you mean?
Well, I was at the zoo. I was having a nice day at the zoo, minding my own business. You know, I had a couple beers, and, this monkey starts giving me attitude. So I may or may not have gotten into the cage and boxed it. But, I mean, I did nothing wrong. And then Time Magazine puts me on the cover as the worst man in the world. I mean, really?
It wasn't Time Magazine, but rather the lesser-known Animal Lover Weekly.
So now you're out of jail and you're coming back to the boxing world. Tell us about your next fight.
Well, I'm fighting some asshole named Lester the Hammer Hawkins. He's a gym teacher or some fucking thing.
And where's this fight taking place?
It's taking place on November the 13th at Cottonwood High School Gymnasium.
Well, how do you feel about being world champion and fighting in front of thousands of people in big arenas to now fighting in a high school gymnasium?
Well, there's only one way I can really put it. I mean, it's better than fighting the guards in prison. I mean, they fight dirty.
So, our cameras followed you around earlier watching your training. How does that differ now that you're older from when you were world champion?
Well, since my divorce, I've had to scale back a little bit. But, let's maybe get a little more creative, I've improvised. In the divorce, I lost all my training equipment, but I found that trees do the job just as well.
Now, I saw you were using oven mitts in your training there. May I ask why?
Well, ever since the divorce, my bitch of an ex-wife and her money-grubbing lawyer, who I might add she's sleeping with, have really just taken me to the cleaners, They took everything, gloves included.
So, where are you living now?
I got my own place. It's pretty modest, I don't really like to go in for those extravagances anymore, I'm trying to get it on MTV's Cribs, though.
Do you think maybe we could take a look at it?
Yeah, I guess. Alright, so, as you can see, like I said, it's a very modest abode. And, this is where I sleep, and, yeah, that's my bed, and that's my television, but I can't afford the cable. These are my practice mitts, since I don't have gloves anymore. And this portrait of me was done right after I won my title belt, and the artist, she was a lady, and she was crazy. She after she finished painting it, she tried to charge me with aggravated sexual assault, but yeah. And over here is a picture of Rocky, because love my Rocky. His whole life was 1,000,000 to 1 shot. That's like me. And yeah, this is where I live now.
Now, many people have suggested that you may not be in the best shape anymore for this fight, that you're not tough enough for boxing anymore. Do you think that you are tough enough?
What are you saying here? You saying I'm not tough? Are you saying I can't take it? Are you saying I'm some kind of fucking girly man? A faggot? Are you calling me gay? I got news for you. I'm more man than you'll ever be. This interview's over.
Hey! Hey, Charlie! Hey! I need you to come back and do your interview.
No!
Hey, listen, I'm gonna sue you if you don't do this interview. Listen to me. All right? Huh?
I'm not
Come
going
and do
back.
the interview.
I'm not
Hey.
going back to jail, man.
Hey, no, I don't want you to. Just come and do it.
Go!
Oh! Jesus! He fucking hit me. Oh! He fucking hit me. Oh.